Now, what's this about the time you went to South Bend on the train?
Well, I bought a ticket for South Bend, and the train come in. There's 4 women there. Got on. I went to get on. The conductor was there. He said, "Where are you going?" No, I went to South Bend. He said, "You'll have to walk clear to the front end of this train, or you can't get off." Gosh, I was walking all the way to South Bend.
How many cars was on the train?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. That engine was way down the track. If I was going through, I don't know how many eating cars were just eating supper and through where the niggers was cooking. And then and sleeping cars, good night, and in the back we just kind of room to squeeze through. Some of the doggone doors I couldn't get open from one car to the other.
Well, wasn't there anywhere to sit down?
Huh?
Wasn't there anywhere you could sit down before you got to the other end?
No. Well, I come into one room, the conductor wasn't right with me right then. There was in the back end, kind of lounges. Nobody sat in them, and I sat down. Conductor come through, he says, "Keep a walking." And by gal, we just kept a walking, and by gal, we was in South Bend.
You were still trying to find your seat, huh?
By gal, it ain't no fun. That doggone old train a rocking.
How much did it cost you for that to walk South Bend?
I think $1.30 or 35 cents, something like that. Boy, I don't want any more of it.
Well, how did you come back? Did you come back on the train?
No, Winter brought me back. But I tell you what was surprising once. I got surprised, I guess. Golly, you know, there ain't no bus service anyplace anymore.
Wasn't there? You used to ride the bus, I know.
Yeah. And here, a couple of years ago, I know anyhow, you could get on out west to Rowan Prairie. Well, just, you know, that toll road kind of cuts off from Rowan Prairie. Mm-hmm. Instead of coming right up through Rowan Prairie, why, where that, you could be out there, just the out edge. You could get on or get off, but not anymore. Because when I was up there this summer, and I went to the bus station on purpose to find it out. And I told the lady that I lived in Rowan Prairie. She said, "I'm awful sorry, but no buses stop there anymore."
So now, if you want to go to South Bend, you either got to hitch a ride or walk on the train, huh?
Not anymore. Somebody could get to New Carlisle, you're on the South Shore. I got to end up about 2 miles to walk.
So you were talking about hunting ducks this morning. What's the most number of ducks you ever killed with one shot? Do you remember?
3, I guess. I went up to Hunts Lake once, and the first 3 shots I made, I knocked down 3 ducks at a time. But you know, when I hunted so much, boy, you know, if I'd see a flock of ducks, you know, and they might be far apart this way, but you know, just when they cross in here, you just shoot at the right time and get both of them. Me and Chester was up there fox hunting. We scared up a flock of mallards that was in the winter in a ditch. And they flew way up the ditch. And we stayed back at the bank and walked up there. We thought we was some of the clothes. And you know, we just about there, and the ducks come up, and I see there's 2 old drakes coming up. And they was going to cross. Just the right time, I just dropped them 2 drakes right on the ditch bank. Chester broke one's wing and it fell across, and he had a deal of a time getting it. You know, me and Will was up to up to Hudson once. I had a boat there, and he'd been after coots. And we was coming off in the lake, and there was two rice hens swimming ahead of us. They were like this, one was way ahead and the other was back like this. And I was getting closer, and he's sitting in the front end. That's when he had that's where he had this gun. He had the old cane gauge. And I said, now be watching, they're going to go up pretty quick. And boy, they went up and he shot bang, bang. Never touched a feather. And you know, they flew off this way. And they were like this, but I see they was going to get even. I just dropped through and grabbed up my gun and I killed them both with one shot. Wilson Daddy beats hell. Said I shot twice. Then you kill them both with one shot.
Well, that made your bag of shot go a long way, huh? How much powder did you say, and how much shot you bought every year?
A sack of shot.
And that's for 25 pounds?
Yeah, and we always bought the four of us buy a 25-pound keg of powder. That give each fellow 6 1/4 pounds of powder. Yeah. Blame me, it was ducks them days to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about geese? A lot of geese?
Well, yeah, there used to be quite a few geese, but I never hunted geese very much. If I would have, I suppose I could kill a lot of them. But I went, that's when we could still hunt in the spring, and I went up on the prairie one day, it's kind of a stormy day, and I seen 5 geese light while it was on the old Uncle William Hastings place. And gosh, I went back there and there was a cornfield there. But they were so far off when I seen them light. And I kind of slipped around through that cornfield, and then I got down and crawled. Then I got down on my belly and kind of slid along. And I got up close enough, I seen one eating the ear corn wasn't tough. And here I was just laying flat on my belly, and I couldn't shoot that away.
Yeah.
You ever tried? And I thought, well, if I could I'd just raise up enough to get gonna give myself. Well, say, I didn't get my head up that high, and then the geese just went up just like this, turned out of a gun. And they was quite a shock. And they had their breasts right to me when I heard fellas say, yes, you couldn't kill a goose shooting at their breast. But I drilled that one, I don't know how many double B's right through him. He just fell dead in the mackerel, and I crippled another. And you know, it flew more than a mile and then come down. And I just hunted where I thought it might be, but again, I couldn't find it. That's where a fellow loses out by not having a dog.
Yeah.
You know, I guess maybe you know when I had that Irish setter, didn't you?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, my golly, you know, I don't know what sent him, but a fella come in there and he had the Irish setter to sell me. Just a pup, just had him in a little bit of a box. And he said a dog was eligible to register. You want $5 for it. And the wife didn't know anything about him coming. And the wife said, I don't believe I want to buy it. But I said, I believe I know a fellow that would buy it. Alfred Reed, because he'd lost his, the hunting dog, a year before. We went down there, he wasn't home, and so we come back, and he's sitting there in the car talking. Well, he said, since I've heard you talking about dogs, he said, you can have this dog for $3. I know it have a good home. He said, you'll never in your life get a chance to buy another dog like this for $3. And I said, well, that's when they'd been stealing every dog we got. I said, guess if I can get him somebody to steal. He said, if they do, I'll give you one. Well, on that kind of money.
Can't lose, huh?
I bought the dog. And you know he was a genuine. Well, he'd said all kind of words and every doggone thing. Oh, and I was figuring on getting, well, in the fall, you know, I went down there to hunt up to Warren Lake one day, and he wanted to run around. I was trying to keep him there by me. And these 5 old mallards come on with me. It was a long shot, but I took a shot at him. And the duck, I crippled one. And instead of us flying towards the water, it flew towards land. And I didn't even know that dog knew what I was shooting at. When that duck started, he started. About the time he hit the ground, he was right there and had it. He come and bringing it to me, and of course I petted him, and he knew he'd done it. But now I was just going right in.
Never had any training, huh?
No.
Gee.
Boy, he'd have been a real dog. You know, the milk truck went along. He was crossing the road or something and hit him. I wasn't up to the house at that time. I was down in the field working. Austin come down and he said, the milk truck hit that dog, you better come up. He said, I don't think he's hurt very bad, but he went under the house. You know, I went up there and I spoke to him and wiggled his tail. And I kind of took his tail, took off his tail and pulled him out. And he just gasped, dead. My God, I wouldn't do $100 for that dog.
How old was he then when he died?
Well, he would have been about a year old.
Oh, he was just a pup then.
Yeah, he was just a pup when he got that duck one. And I was down to Clear Lake, and here a hell diver just come and run flying past. You hardly ever see a hell diver flying. But you know, I knocked him down, boy. He right up there and got that hell diver.
I think you told me one time you had a foxhound that would chase foxes when he was just young.
Yeah, you know, Fred Bennett raced some hounds. They was out of a good dog. And I think they 7 or 8 pups. He told me about the time and told me to come up and pick up my dog. Of course, he got his first pick and the fellow that the dog, he got one. And they was all gone but one. Nobody wanted it. I suppose he was the... Well, there was 2 left. But one was the little one of the whole pack. And it went along for a long time. And one Sunday, Fred brought them 2 dogs up to our house. They're just little bits of pup. And he wanted to give, if I'd keep both of them, he'd give me one. But I was to pick out the dog I wanted. And he just bragged on the one dog, and of course he wanted me to take my pick, but he just bragged on the bigger dog. And we turned him out there he was there in the yard, and I kind of watched him a while. And I said, well, I'll take this one. And then, I don't know, I heard the noise out the barn, and I went out there, and my mother was alive then. Fred said, what in the hell does he see about that dog that he wants that dog? Well, Mother said, I guess he thought his head looked better. And you know, I kept them dogs, I didn't keep them very long. I don't suppose more than a couple of weeks. And I took them back in the woods, you know, and why that dog was, that one I picked on, the little fella, he's just much smarter than the other. And I just decided, by gal, I'll take that dog back to Fred and I'll just buy the other. And I did. And Fred said, well, all right, if you want to buy it. But he said, I thought maybe I could have a dog without paying for it. And you know that other dog didn't amount to not absolutely nothing. The next dog that I had, I went over to their house. It was my birthday. And right at the end of their place, when I got there, well, he wanted to follow me, and I just Pretty far. Oh, just a little pup. He wasn't hardly 3 months old. And just when I got over the fence in the south end, Wills' place, there'd been a fox. Somebody had jumped a fox in there, first foot. And I just called the little fellow to see what he's doing. And even he would get wild when he got a smell of that track. And you know, I'd run and keep up with him. And I'd got me all excited, and I went up and boy, the Wills was gone. I know we'd jump him again in Stoner's Woods. And sure enough, I thought maybe we'd get a shot at him. But boy, that little fellow, he's just crazy. You know, that dog rode up and Mills, he was out to our house. He said, Jim, that's the nicest town I ever seen. And that was a pick that nobody'd have.
That was the run, huh?
And then that got me all excited that day, and the next morning I went a fox hunting. And I got way down there on the Mayboy, it's kind of a swamp, and rabbit track just thick. And all the ones he did started out barking to beat Sam Hill. I suppose, of course, he'd run onto a rabbit. And by golly, he got up there was a little grove there, and I looked, and there went a fox. Yeah, you know, and I followed that fox all day. And I would have got that fox all the lakes with me. And we tracked way down there till we was in the east of Milk Creek. And got him in a big huckleberry marsh there. And the little dog, he'd just run in there and, you know, he'd lose the track. And I wanted Orville to take my gun and watch. Well, first I wanted him to go in and kind of help the little dog, and I'd watch when the fox come out. And he was in there, Peter down. He wouldn't take my gun and let me go in. And finally the little dog run it out. We got way down in there east of Milk Creek, and we was putting her night anyhow, and left the trail. But boy, I was sorry that I couldn't get that fox. That little fellow wasn't 3 months old yet. Boy, he was a real dog.
And he didn't pay any attention to the rabbit tracks, huh?
No, sir, by golly. And the rabbit track just thicker than Sam Hill, and he jumped that fox in there.
How long did you have him, Uncle Jim?
Well, I had him till next fall. I got him the next fall. I was figuring on getting fox that winter with him. And by golly, you know, a fellow up on the prairie, we had about 20 acres of taters. And he called me up if I'd come up and dig taters. And I went up there. And by golly, when I got home, no dog that evening. And you know, he was gone for 2 years, and I got him back. A fella knowed that dog. See, and he brought him down there, but you know, he's spoiled. Of course, he'd run false. He'd catch a fox. But he was spoiled. Nobody hunted anything with him but a rabbit. And he was a crazy dog, gone fool. I had to keep him tied up. If he'd hear a gun, he'd go to it. But boy, he got some fox with him. I had some traps set, and I went back in our woods, and there'd been a pretty fresh fox track. And I called the host of their boys. They had 2 dogs. They'd probably jump him up there to Brush Lake. And I said, if you boys, I'll be coming on the track just as fast as I can, if you boys get there before I do. But when we got up to Brush Lake, they jumped the fox and had gone on. As soon as that good smell of that fox, he left me. And you know, we went up there to the Big Mar, it's the south part of the country that Studebaker Hill. And you could see over the marsh there, and we could hear, that dog had an awful bark, roars to him. And by golly, you know, he was way, way ahead of the other 2 dogs. And they quit and went home. But we could see him going. And you know, we took that track. Of course, it was way off yonder, you could see. But we kind of cut across and hit that track. And you know, we followed that track. That fox never done anything but just run a straight line. And when we got down there to the big Kankakee ditch, way in there south of Mill Creek, the dog come to us. And Lord, while we was walking that far, whether he caught that fox or somebody shot ahead of him or he holed her or what in the deal. But he come back across that Kankakee ditch. And at the time we was walking down there, but we seen different people, and ever they said who dog was it? He said, "You sure driver than that fox. That fox never done a thing but just run a straight line. He didn't have no time to circle."
Usually, do they run in a circle?
Yeah, they generally circle. But boy, he didn't have no time to circle. And then we went out there north of Rolling Prairie and jumped the fox. And they had their dogs. And we went north out of here. And gone, I expect an hour. And I heard my dog, he was coming back. You know, I got to a swamp there, and the one Holstetter boy, he was way up the road farther than me. And boy, that dog was jumping or barking every jump, just oh. And just all at once, he just going that way now, and just all at once stopped. And you hear nothing, and boy, I took up that way, see what the Sam Hill that he was going, and so on, and just stopped. And I got up the road a ways, and I seen the fella coming, and the dog was with him, and most of the dogs quit again. Coming again, and looked like he had something over his shoulder. And by golly, you know, up there to that Mount Pleasant schoolhouse, there's a huckleberry marsh there. And that fox was in there, but he left that and come out, and boy, that dog just picked him up, there was nothing to it. And he wasn't going to let Hostel touch it either. If he hadn't hunted with me and talked pretty nice, he never got that fox.
The dog killed it?
Yeah, and he just caught it and killed it. Boy, well, you know, take these high woven wire fences, he just clear them like a deer.
Right over the top?
Yeah, you know, Bill Miller, Bald Hill Bill Miller, he's a cousin to Mother. But he's an old man, and he said he'd rather hear hounds bellowing than any brass band. It's crazy, you know. And you know, I think it was Ben Miller that brought him out to our house. And it was in the fall. I'd been cutting corn, and old Bill seen that dog, and he said, "Do you suppose if we could jump a rabbit, I'd like to hear him bark?" Boy, I said, "Sure, there'd be nothing to that." We went out in the cornfield, and the first doggone thing, he had a deer running, or a fox, rabbit running, and he got over on Archie, and the dog was coming back, and we was close to the fence, and I said, "Watch." You know, he just cleared that 4-foot fence, and Bill thought that was something. Boy, he's just a natural born fox, or fox, yeah, hunter. But you know, there was never no dog ever in this country like old Snooze, though.
Old Snooze?
Yeah.
What kind was he?
He was 3-colored. Black and white and orange. Boy, they never was any such a dog in the country as he was.
Oh, what did he chase?
Fox. Yes, sir, you put him on a fox track, and I don't care. He was out home there, and that fox went down to Michigan City. He'd bring him back. Now, I don't care how thick the rabbit tracks was, or cow tracks, or any other doggone thing, he'd figure it out, and he'd jump that fox. You know, then there was a big sale down there with Stillwell. Well, I was down there to went down there to sale. Uncle Jim Bailey was there, and Daw Harness was there, and Lee Wetzel. And we made up, like today, now, the day after tomorrow morning. We'd drive way down there. This is way down south of Tracy yet. And we'd be down there yet in the morning while there might be some dew on. You guys, I left home, I guess, around 2 o'clock. Drove down there. But I'm kind of getting ahead of the story. We'd all made up this hunt. And you know, then this old Lee Wetzel come to me. He said, "You keep your dog tied up?" And I said, "No." Now he said, "When you come home, you tie your dog up. And keep him tied up till that morning." And he said, "That morning, don't give him any breakfast, but take something along to feed him." And he said, and I said, they'd all get down there and be in the hospital to get out in the marsh. But now he said, you just kind of hang back and let them get out there with the dog. He said, he said, that dog you've got and the dog I've got, he said, my grandfather kept dogs, my father kept dogs, fox dog. And he said, I've always kept. But he said, the dog I've got now and the dog you got new is the best 2 dogs that I ever seen. And he said, we're going to just keep our dogs. Of course, that wasn't according to Hoyle down there hunting. You know, he got down there and I just hung back and everybody rushed down, you know. And this fella, he did, and he had a son, Ollie Wetzel, young man. And then there was Allie Burhance and somebody else. You know, they all took it down across the marsh. We went our 2 dogs out around the and you know, we got kind of ahead of them down around there, and they jumped to a wolf up.
A wolf?
Yeah, a wolf. And again, fun, you can see it coming down, looking about like a calf jumping over that high grass, you know. And I just broke and run just as hard as I could. But I know that the weather's coming on. And I run around, and Ollie Wetzel run too, but I outrun him. He had a double-barrel shotgun, and I had my old Winchester. And then found when that wolf was way off here and I was ahead of him yet, he shot at it. He was afraid I was going to get it. And he never touched it. And that wolf come on and I opened up. And I shot 6 times, just as fast as I could rattle them out. And they said, you got him. One time I shot him, just threw his head around, clear to his hips. I just peppered him good. Well, I was hitting him every shot, but he's so far off. And they said, you got him. And you then and there was one old dog come down, all the dogs, and where I shot him, he turned. They didn't know anything about it. Our dogs don't know how they come back, they took that track. They never put their nose to the ground. They just run with their noses in the air. And that wolf didn't run very far, and he went in a big patch of elders. And when we got down there, my dog had him by the neck, and they was both behind him, so he couldn't bite. My dog had him by the neck, and the other Wetzel dog had him kind of back here, the hips, and they just had him stretched out. And another old dog run down there and run right up to his head, and the wolf got him with the foot. And our dog know enough to grab him behind and stay behind.
Yeah.
Well, everybody come down there, and of course we skinned the wolf. And every dog I noticed when my dog wasn't there, every other dog was there. And I said, well, I wonder where my dog is. And well, Wetzel says he ain't asleep. and then I heard him barking. And I said, listen, by gal, he was running another wolf. But so some of the other dogs went to him. And this old man Wetzel killed that wolf. We got two that morning.
Do you have any idea what year that was when that happened?
No, I don't. But it was the next fall after I killed the first one. I killed one the fall before, and they got that down to Indianapolis in the museum. Tells who it's killed by and who it's presented by. Lamdero sent it down there. And these people, they have it to the state fair, have had, because I've had people ask me if I killed a wolf. Before they seen, my name on the wolf. They killed it.
Well, I'll have to remember that if I ever get down there. It's in
You
the
know,
state
I was
museum.
in Indianapolis once, and I got in there a little before noon, but I couldn't get out. I couldn't get a bus out to Porte for 4 o'clock, and I'll get me something to eat. I'll go there and I'll see my old wolf, the State House. And I done that, and I got over there, and there was a redecorating. The fellow told me they had them all up, upper story, locked up in a room, so I didn't get to see it.
Oh, isn't that a shame?
But I would like to see it.
Yeah.
Well, were there a lot of wolves around at that time, or was that about the last time?
Yeah, there's quite a few down there. Big Mar. It was another big Mar. But you know that first wolf that I killed, I was going to Uncle George Bailey's corn shredder. And I heard they was going to have this wolf, what I read in the paper on Thanksgiving. By God, you know I wanted to go. Because I never seen him. Maybe I get to see a track anyhow. And I asked Uncle George Bailey if he's going to shred the corn Thanksgiving. Well, yes, he said, if it was fit and to shred. He said, why? Well, I said, I'm going to go wolf one. And you know, they got noise around, and the fellow just deviled me to death. You know, how many wolves are they going to kill and everything. And I got in, Uncle Jim Bailey went down there. And nothing doing. But when we went down there, it spit a little snow. And the marshes froze over, and there was places where there was ice. And it was froze hard enough you could walk on it. And you know that ice would just look like kind of like frost on it. But by golly, you know, they found a wolf track. They hollered that everybody come over here if they want to see a wolf track. Well, of course, I wanted to see a wolf track. And by golly, while we was like that wolf track, the dog jumped the wolf. And I seen that thing coming down, you know, and I knowed where me and Uncle Jim Bailey was standing. I never get a shot at it. And I just broke and run that way, and I was just running. I wasn't looking at the wolf. And I thought I heard somebody whistle, and then somebody hollered. And I turned around to see, and that wolf popped right out of the high grass coming right at me. It was kind of a raised place where the cattle had ate off. And that wolf, I knowed I'd have to run like Sam Hill if he was going like he was. But you know, he changed his course. And he'd run behind me. I'd never seen him. But Uncle Jim Bailey hollered. And when I turned around, he got this hollering about, that wolf come right out, he's coming right at me. He had his mouth wide open, his tongue was hanging out. Boy, I jerked my old gun to the shoulder, and he just went somersetting. And about the time he stopped, I shot him again. I bet he was full of shot. I ran up and grabbed hold of him, I couldn't hardly lift him up.
How big was he?
No, golly.
Dog?
Huh?
Was he as big as the dogs?
No, he wouldn't weigh as much as my dog weighed 8 pounds. He weighed him on sometimes to get Bailey. Boy, they all gathered around. Yeah, I was the lucky fellow. But if I had to run like Sam Hill, I'd never got a shot at him.
Well, what did the guys say that had been deviling you before when you got back home?
Oh, you know, we stopped we stopped, well, there south of the Bailey Schoolhouse where we'd been shredding, and called the fella out and seen hey, there's no devil in anymore.
But you don't know when that was, huh?
No, but the winter before, I believe I got a postcard. They had a hunt the winter before, and I was down there and took my dog. That I think I've got a postcard yet. Warden wrote me about this wolf. I had my dog down there this time, and every fellow keep his dog on the chain till we found the wolf track. And there was 17 dogs altogether. And we put the dogs on this wolf. Everybody let them smell the wolf track, and then he took the chain and collar off and let him go. And you know, Bill Miller and it's Burhant, and somebody else was coming in a buggy. This was the time before the car. They was coming in a buggy, and they seen, and then they dwindled down to 3 dogs, and mine was leading them. And mine and Wetzel's, and I don't know who the others was. But of all the 17 dogs, it was just 3 dogs, and they drove like Sam Hill so they could get a shot at. And Bill knows my dog, and he said your dog was leading.
Was that the only wolf they got in that hunt? That one you were telling me about?
We never got one that day.
I mean the next year then.
Yeah. We didn't get one that day. And somebody phoned, or they ran away out of the country, and somebody phoned that there'd been a fight in the wolf, and one dog was just covered with blood. And I just wondered whether I would ever see my dog again. And by golly, Uncle Jim Bailey drove up that way, and now I don't know what in the world ever become of that wolf. Whether somebody else killed it or what. But we was driving up the road, and I seen old Snooze coming back. And he was just as red and evening gosh, and I thought, boy, he been checking that wolf. But you know, it wasn't blood at all, it was pokeberry juice. It was just covered with pokeberry juice. And I suppose that's what somebody, when they phoned. And I was so doggone glad to find him. Gosh, I could tell fox stories from now to midnight, never tell the same.
Well, keep going.
Oh,
I'd like to hear them. Did you always hunt with dogs when you hunted fox?
Yeah. Well, when I had that dog, because boy, he was a wonder. They never had such a dog ever in the country as him. He was known all over. And Snooze, that was a deal of a name, but that was his name when I got him, and I didn't change it.
Did you get him when he was a pup?
No, Art Jones had 2. This dog and another. The other dog's name was Drive. And you know, he's there in Roan Prairie, the barber, and the dog was run. And somebody claimed that they was after sheep. And Hez Duncan brought this dog over to me and sold it to me for $5. And boy, I had an outlaw to deal with till I kind of learned him something. I don't know how many turkeys he killed for mother. And then I went hunting in the woods over there, south of Oak Grove, squirrel hunting. And my gal, all at once I heard turkeys just flying and making a fuss, and I run, and he had a big gold gobbler down, and he just chewed me. Well, I didn't even licking for that. And boy, I got out of them woods. And I got going back across to Uncle Jake Miller's fields. It was in a cornfield, and I climbed over in a kind of pasture field, and he had sheep. And one of the dogs jumped over, and sheep run, and he took after one. Just by gal right after, and I hollered. He didn't pay no attention, and I shot him. It just happened that I had some number 8 shot him. Boy, he stopped then. And when he died, he had shot in his ears yet. And I met John Hostetler, and oh, he's bleeding awful. And John said, "What's the matter with your dog?" Well, I said, "I shot him." And I supposed he was wrong. Yeah, he didn't. I took him home, and he got in his bed, and he laid in there till he got over him. So I'd been helping shell corn that day, but got home kind of early, and I thought, well, now was a good time to see if he's any good. Go back to the woods, see if I can get a rabbit. And we went back the lane, and he took right after a turkey, some mother turkey. And I hollered, and boy, he stopped right now. Don't think if he didn't. Or he didn't want to get shot again. Well, I learned him a lesson. When you hollered, he could hear you. He never bothered no sheep anymore, or turkeys or anything else.
All he would chase is foxes and wolves, huh?
Yes, sir. You know, I went down there on the marsh the first snow we had. And on the weeds was high and everything. I went way out on the marsh, and we jumped a fox. He went out here, way off east. And I got right up there on the trail where we went. There was a great big old tamarack had blowed up, and the hill clumb I was standing up by the ceiling there. And the dog was coming back, and he was getting closer and closer. I seen him when he went through, but I didn't see the fox. And my gal, I kind of watching, out of the corner of my eyes, I thought I seen something down there, and the fox standing right on him. Come right up, and of course when I moved, he took right off there, and he was running through the weeds, and I was just shooting by guess. But the last shot I made, I seen him turn a somerset, and I knowed I hit him. And I run out there, and he was laying there, and I suppose, of course, the dog was running this fox, and I was just hollering for the dog to come, you know. And I was running around there through the weeds, and I seen him run out from under the log, and I just seen the weeds away, and I shot, and I killed him that time. And the hell clumb, he was running on the fox altogether, wasn't after this at all.
Did you get the other one?
No. And you know that thing ran right out in the woods and went right pretty near under where I had my horse tied. And you know, I followed up there, just this side of Olive Chapel, where that brick schoolhouse is, south of Olive Chapel. My golly, I seen him out here in the field coming back. Now, whether he caught that, well, as long as it took me to walk up that far, there this side of Olive Chapel, and he was coming back. Whether somebody shot that fox ahead of him, or he hold it, or he caught it, or I don't know. And I was carrying this other dog that time. And you know, then Oscar Halter got a hound. He was a big black and tan. No, he hunted, boy, we had fun. And we went up there one day, and he put the dogs on a track. And pretty soon he heard his dog was coming. And we seen that fox, and I kept telling him, "Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot." I was afraid he'd get excited and shoot for it. And then I said, "Let's give it to him." And we both shot just like one shot. Boy, wilted that fox wilted right there. And my dog wasn't even after that one. He run another in a hole. And we went over there and we dug that one out. We got two that day.
Was there any bounty on them in those days?
Well, yeah, there was only $1 bounty in St. Joe County.
Was the fur
Oh,
worth
I
anything?
don't know. We had several foxes. We took them to South Bend and we got the bounty on them.
Was the fur worth anything?
Yeah. Oh, well, there was those $3 or $4 at that time.
Well, now all this chasing foxes all over the place, you never got lost hunting
I
foxes,
never
huh?
did.
What
But
about some of
boy,
the,
that was the place to hunt. Why? You just hunt there, your heart's content. No, there was nobody, there's no roads, there's no nothing.
where is this now, south of Olive Chapel, you said?
Well, Wills went there, the road right east from Southtown, go to the county line ditch. And it was just along the edge of the mark. And from there, clear to Crumbs Town, and from Western Avenue, clear to the Kankakee River, and on the other side, just thousands, millions of acres, I guess. It's just as doggone wild as it ever was. Nobody lived or nothing.
You say you never got lost and ever. What about some of these other guys you hunted with?
You got you down there one day and everybody got lost. Oscar couldn't get up to the one island. He couldn't get away from it. He started out and circled around and come right back to the same island.
Well, how'd he finally get out?
Well, yeah, I don't know. He finally got out. You know, he's a good fella down. We went down there fox hunting one time. We went in and we drove way up towards Olive Chapel, and we drove way back in. Well, it was in relation to Oscar, and we went in that way. And you know, there's a big pine grove up there, and then there was a creek through that they called Pine Creek. And boy, it was very below zero that morning, and we was crossing that creek on a log. I was ahead. Oscar's coming along behind me. You can be a hell of a note to fellas fall in here. And just then I heard the deal was priced, and I looked around and he was all on her Virginia's face. Right end of the fox hunt. Boy, his clothes, I built a fire as quick as we could. As I could, and that's as far as we got all day. They're kind of drying his clothes. It was in that old big pine grove. It wasn't much wind, but it gets colder than Sam Hill. That's as far as fox hunting went that day.
You never fell in the water like that, huh?
No.
Not even when you were hunting for ducks or anything?
No, I never did, but kind of that time when that muskrat was sinking with me, and I hollered for him to come with a boat. And by golly, he come there with a boat as quick as he could, and we couldn't even touch the bottom with the oars. The doggone deep. I might have drowned it. I had them boots on and a shell vest full of shell. But when I first got on that muskrat house, it was all right. Pretty soon it began to sink with me.
What were you hunting that day? Sandhill cranes or ducks or what?
No, I was down there in Warren Lake, between Clear Lake and us. There's quite a lake there. But of all the duck hunting I ever done, and I've done plenty of it, I went with a fella who worked for him threshing time. And then he had a sale and moved away up to South Bend. And I went up there a time or two to try to get my money. And then went up again, and he gave me an order on a fellow that bought a cook stove there. And I went over to see this fellow, and boy was he mad. And he said that fellow told him when he bought the sale, he gave him all the time he wanted to pay for that stove. He said, I ain't got no money. Oh, he's madder than Sam Hill. He said, I've got some hogs, and when I sell them, he said, well, I said, I don't care when I get it, just so if I know I'm going to get it. And of course, he sold his hogs quite a while afterward, and Ward Dawson brought me my money. And you know, I went across the fields to John Hosteller. John Hosteller and Gabe, they had a little separator, and they thrashed for him. And John Hosteller had a Model T truck. He hauled all his grain to Mill Creek. They thrashed for him, and he hauled all his grain to Mill Creek, and they never got one red cent for it. And I cut across the fields to John Hosteller, and I was over here to see that fella. And they give me an order on. And I was crossing there, that place where Ward Dawson lives. Now there's a holler. We had a lot of rain that fall. I bet you there's 250 mallard ducks on that pond. And you know, they just raised up and they just flew over a hill and then let down again. And at that time, I was on John Hosteller, the clear south end of John Hosteller field. And I just went over far enough so I can peek over the hill and see the ducks there. And I didn't scare them up, but I just said, I'll keep that under my hat, and the first rainy day, I'll be over there. And I told Oscar, but I told him not to tell anybody. I said, we'll go over and see John. I know he let us go back there. And just a few days, and it come a rainy day, and we went over there. And John said, well, sure, I'll go back there. And we wanted him to go with us, but no, he's too doggone busy. And you know, we went, and we got inside of that pond, and it was just setting as thick with the mallard ducks. By golly, and there was no way under heaven. There used to be open field to get up there. And all we could do was walk down there and scare them off. They went over southeast. I know these mills, these ducks. And by golly, we went to making a kind of a hide. And here come a kind of a small flock of ducks, and they come from the southeast. And they never paid no attention to this pond where they was, but they went on over on Ward Dawson, or Gerald's, of course it was at that time. Well, I said, if that's the way they're going to do, I'll go over there and watch that pond. You stay here, and boy, we'll have them in between it. And I went over there, and I couldn't get up to them ducks. They flew. And I was making me a hide there, and I happened to look off in the southeast, and my gal, there come that whole flock of ducks that we'd scared out. And they just come over there, the air was thick with it. And Oscar wasn't shooting, and I couldn't figure out what that Sam Hill matter. I wonder if he ain't there. And pretty soon he tore loose. I said, 6 times just as fast as he could shoot. I ran over there and see how many he killed. There was a duck come over where I was. And he just killed one duck. And that duck was so far away, it was the farthest one. And that air was just full of ducks, just like bees. Well, sir, you know, we hid there, and honestly, we killed ducks. And Oscar was taking Joe and Novi over there. They was going over to Gary's, to John Goldie. And I stayed in the afternoon until I got ashamed of myself to kill. Honestly, them ducks would right in there if I was standing right out in the open. Now, if I'd had shells, I'd be killed. Well, I just got ashamed. Well, that ain't no fun when I was that. It ain't any more fun. You'd go out in the barnyard and shoot chickens. I killed all I could. I just got so I just shot drakes. And I had all I could pack home. I did all duck hunting all my life. I never seen that.
How many did you get? Did you count them?
No, I don't remember anymore. But Oscar took home all he could carry. Well, I just got ashamed of myself. I didn't no fun when duck was that way. So hard to do. Yeah, to get. I get the more fun it is. Well, I went over there after that and killed duck. But you know them, I know there was milky ducks. They was kind of tame.
Sure, that reason for it wasn't
Those corn-fed ducks. Huh?
Mills had a sanctuary.
But I'd be right out in the open there lighting. I ended up going duck hunting there. I did move all mallards. There's no little ducks. But you get a few and just the dog going up, well then it ain't no fun anymore.
Well, what about sandhill cranes now? That's something they don't even hardly hunt anymore. They're almost gone. Did there used to be a lot of them?
They sure did. Well, nothing used to be up there on that mark. See flocks of 50. Boy, I got my share of them. All right. Yeah, I killed a lot of them. But you know, I never hardly told this. I was sitting by a slough where I know the doggone things that coming in there at night. I was sitting there. I cut a couple of forked sticks and stuck them in the muck, and I had a stick across. I was sitting on just a nice distance from that slough, and I was sitting there, and I don't know where they come from, but there's two lit right down there, and there they sat. And you know, I shot at them and sitting, and I missed them completely. But the boy, when they went up, I knocked one.
That's
Boy, that was, I don't know how I could help it, but when they was just standing right there, just while and I had my hide just so close, and there's too doggone close. And you know, I was down there one night, and there was a flock come in on to me, and I killed one, but I tell you, they was so close to me, I was laying down there on my back shooting. And I shot her a round hole right out of one's wing, like that. I just missed the bone. I shot his wing right off. If it happened to hit his wing, I just shot around. I was just that close. Them cranes. I got two of them anyhow. And I don't know how many more I might have crippled, but the one that I got, they had a round hole. Just shot right out of his, just back of the bone. Well, they're just right on me. That's all.
Are they pretty good?
And it was kind of dark at that, getting dark.
They're pretty good to eat, were they?
Yes, sir. And then you know, me and Millsy got two there in Clear Lake. You know, your folks come over on Sunday, and Sunwell Fawn had cabbage. And they went down there to Sunwell Fawn to get some cabbage, and I went along. And there was three. Son said when you know that was the fall that Clear Lake dried up. And there was a big flock of them cranes that lit in there, and Son said there were 6. Now that was just, it was soft and dobby, that there were 6 that couldn't get out. But they got up on Tuskies, tusks and kind of dried out, and then on Sunday there was only 3 in there, and they was way out there in the middle. And I went back to town that night, and I was rooming where Millsy roomed. I told Millsy about it. He said, let's go out in the morning and get them. I said, no, okay. You know, we was out home there next morning before folks was up. We went down there and they'd one that dried off enough that he got in. There's only two in there. And one was wasn't so far from the east side, we didn't have so much trouble getting at him. But the other one was right out in the middle. And we got some boards and we made three things, all about like a yard gate. And we started after that crane. And Mills was head, he was weighed more than I did. I'd pull up this one behind, he'd hand it to him and he'd throw it ahead of him and he'd step on it and then I'd step on the next one and then I'd pull this one up. And when we began to get out in there, Dan found he'd have to hold me by my coattail to keep this one from diving in the mud. And we got out there across the crane and then he'd flop, and get on. Well, he had some, kind of little, like clothesline, and tried to lasso him, and of course threw that in the mud time or two, and it wouldn't work. And all we could do, we didn't have a revolver or no guns or nothing, just followed that crane till we caught him. And gal, we talked about it after. If we'd have fell off there, we'd have went to China. It was just that soft.
So you finally caught him, did you?
Yeah, we finally caught him, but boy, we had to follow him quite a ways.
How'd you kill him?
We took him up there, that one, and put him in the barn. We had him alive.
We caught him alive?
Yeah. And then in the evening when I went to go home, Mills was out there and he broke his neck. Oh, me and Mills had a lot of fun, hunting in different places. And that was time, he was there, he was what they called a title gentleman.
Who, Millsy?
I don't know what that means, but that's what he was. His folks had been awful rich. He told me, he said, I thought these common people, why, they wouldn't know more than cattle. He said, I was a damn fool. He said, the common people is the best people they are. And I'd generally come home on Saturday afternoon, go back Sunday night, and that's when the war was on, and boy, he'd come in there, it just seemed like he had done load on somebody, and he'd done load on me. And by golly, he was the solidest, best muscled man that I ever seen. His doggone muscles was just as hard as a bone. And he told me about, boy, he was stout. And he told me about, he worked there at Chalmers. He was kind of foreman there at Chalmers. And there was a fellow had some kind of big part of the machinery. It was awful heavy. And when they was eating dinner, this feller had lifted it off of his table and set it down on the ground, on the floor. And he made the brag. He said, I bet there ain't another man that I'll bet.
I think you told me one time that a crane came after you.
Yeah, sure. I took that over muzzle loader gun on Dad. I haven't got it there yet. It's 10 muzzle loader. I had a powder flask that just, I said 3.5 grams. And I just poured 2 of them in each barrel, 7 grams. And I had one barrel loaded with 9 buckshot. 3 just chamber. I had 3 in a wad, 3 in a wad, and 3 in a wad. And the other barrel I had 1.5 ounces of double B. I went down there for crane. And I seen a flock light. And I got up as close as I could, slipped up the last bush, and they went out, flew up. And I only cocked one barrel at a time. I gave him the double B's in one tumble. And then I cocked the other barrel. buckshot. Even guess I could kill one 80 rod if it hit him, but it didn't hit. Boy, that's them 7 rams set against your shoulder. And that crane tumbled, and I took after him, and hell, Columbia, did I wish for a gun that had shells. Hell, Columbia, you know, you can't load the muzzle loader very good. And I wasn't catching him, and I stopped to pour in some powder, and I looked up, and my gal, he was gone. He got in one of them pickets. And them quick and nasty come up there and just so doggone thick, packed some you couldn't hardly get through 'em. And I was just running around through there. I know he went in there, and I run right on up to him, and he just raised right up and come at me. And I heard they pick a man's eyes out, and they could do it too. And boy, when he got close enough, I just slapped his neck with the gun barrel. I had the gun loaded like that once other time, and I drawed the shot. Then I shot the powder up. Never all the neighbors around didn't know what that was blowing. Stone syrup. Samuel, but Chris Fisk said he believed it was me shooting. But you know, Father always wanted that gun. It is known as the old John Mason gun. It's an English gun, and I have no idea in the world what that gun cost. Maybe when it was new. But Father said when, well, he was a young man, when they had the shoots, fellas would hire or bribe or any doggone way to get that gun.
Did they used to have a lot of turkey shoots around there?
Yeah, I guess they did. I never was to one, but Father time they did. But you know, there's a fella moved up there. Well, he owned the Dawson place there before the millers got it there. He was from the south. But he was telling me they used to have shoots down there, but rifle, muzzle loader. And he said, boys, you had to watch they'd slip around and they put rosin down your gun barrel, and then you couldn't hit nothing. So, I don't know whether that's so, but he told us. But they'd have them rifle shoots. And, yeah, he'd tell about them, how they'd win things. Yeah, I don't know. I was never to one or anything, but I don't know if they ever had such things around here in my time. For sure, but you know, somebody was telling me about it. They had their rifle shot, and this fella cut off shells between the powder and shot. And, did you ever do that? Yeah, you know, I was digging on a skunk. And some people lived down there by Clear Lake, and they had got a kid there, Johnny Coleman. He was lots younger than me, but he come up to our house and he bought or his folks had bought a gun for him. He wanted to show me that gun. It was a brick shoulder. It was a Belgian gun. And I got this skunk out when he come out in the road in the woods. He tracked me out there. And I was telling him about some fella cutting off the shells and they shooting in the mark, and he just knocked a target all to Sam hell. And he said, let's try it. And I said, okay. But I said, you shoot first. Don't let me run. And I went out and I had an axe there, and I went out and shaved a little piece on a beech tree, and we cut off a shell, and he shot, but he missed the tree. Well, they wanted me to try, and we cut off another shell, and boy, I put it right in that where I blazed it. the shell and all. You know that if your gun is burning wet, if it's a damp day and burning wet, that shell will go just like a bullet. And of course, well, Oscar Holder, that's Oscar's dad. He got we was up to Hunch Lake, and he just cut off. He had an old 10 gauge. I guess it's out home there in the garret now. He'd break his gun and run it through the water, you know. The barrel was wet. And Johnny Coleman, this kid that's there in the woods, he had tried that, and there's a flock of ducks flying over Clear Lake about halfway, and he shot the whole back end off of a duck. Used to go like a big bullet. The shot will stay right in that shell. Just, I don't know how far it'd go, but it'd go just like a bullet.
Just like shooting slugs.
But I wouldn't do that to my gun, but I think too much of it. A dime won't begin to go in the barrel of my gun. I wouldn't trade that old gun. I've had it for about 80 years. These fellas right now trying to buy it. But I'll never sell that gun as long as I live. And I wouldn't trade that old gun right today for any doggone shotgun money will buy. I don't care what they are. And I'll bet they couldn't outshoot it either. And I give $17 for it.
When did you buy it? When it first came out? 1897?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm young man.
You remember what the first thing you shot with it was?
What I first shot with it? Yeah, sure I do. I went up there, the river, it wasn't ditch like it is now. It was ditch, but there was still water in the bend. And boy, that was the best duck hunting place ever. And there was a flock of ducks went out, and I knocked kind of a small fall, but I knocked 3 of them down, and they fell across the river. And I had to strip off and cross the river and run around that high ground and just cut my legs. I got the water was cold. It was late in the fall. And I got back and got my clothes on and just put my rubber boots on and got up, kind of stomping my feet, and I looked off here and though you hadn't found this flock of something was coming. I thought first it was duck. And there's a great big flock of prairie chickens, but they were just spread out long. And boy, I dodged down there. I thought it wasn't coming close enough. I'll try him. And one kind of singled off. I thought he was close enough, and I shot. And my galley fell across the river. I had to strip her right off again.
Oh, gosh.
Were there ever a lot of those passenger pigeons down around there?
Oh, you know, I can't remember. I can remember seeing them. And I must have been pretty small. I was over to Grandpa Miller's, and they was hewing timbers, and they had a gun out there, and there was things flying over, and they were shooting at them all the time. It was pigeons, but I remember them pigeons lighting in walnut trees there, kind of across, and there was along the road, kind of back of our house. But pigeons, they were getting kind of scarce in my time. But I've heard Father tell about when Grandpa Hastings would sow wheat. Of course, they used to sow it broadcast. Him and Uncle Willie had to be out there to keep the pigeons off from eating it up till they could drag it under or something. Oh boy, I guess there's no end to pigeons at times. Early days, I don't know what will ever become of them. That is, there be so many, and it's just kind of all at once is gone.
About like the buffaloes.
Boy, that was awful the way they killed them buffaloes. Just killed them for their hide. Boy, I guess it just smelled to heaven. All them buffaloes rotting on the prairie. But there's fellows just made that a business. They had skinners. They'd do the shooting. They'd go out. They had a kind of a three-legged thing to rest the rifle on. And they'd get up as close as they could to herd the buffalo. And then they'd shoot a young heifer through the lung. And she'd bleed. And the doggone buffaloes, they wouldn't run. They'd just stay there and get killed off. Just kind of mix around there.
Did you see that in the movie?
Doggone herd.
Did you see that movie?
No.
I saw a movie like that.
But you know that old rifle I had there, that was a buffalo rifle.
Which one, at 30?
Herb, the one we moved over here, Herb was, of course, helped us move. He didn't want to leave it there in the gun. Or in the, well, I said you can have it till we get back. But it made just exactly like, yeah. And you know, I read a piece that said it was true. That there was a couple of fellows, well, they were buffalo hunters, and they had this big gun. And there was the Indian medicine man. He was way off yonder, and he was just a showing off and making kind of fun of them. Sticking his hind end at them and every doggone thing. And you know, this one fellow thought, my God, we need to take a shot at him. And he shot that Indian and went right through his stomach and just tore him pretty near in two. And they stepped it off and said it was 1,000 yards.
I think that was after the Battle of Adobe Walls, 1859. I read about that. Yeah, they say.
My God, well, I'd shoot a slug.
I think it was 50 caliber.
Yeah,
caliber.
50-70.
Yeah.
That one I got. But you know, Herbert Allen hunted with that. They sent over to Chicago and got brass shells. And then they loaded them shells with shot. And hell, long they killed rabbits and squirrels and everything else.
Now, is that the one that Oscar used to kill a rabbit with one time when he was little?
No, I don't believe Oscar hunted, but Dalton did. And he went out hunting with it, and I heard him shoot. And I went out and he killed a rabbit, and boy, was he excited. He found a rabbit sitting in the fence corner and shot him. I heard him shoot, and I didn't know whether he shot himself or what. The guy went back, and boy, he was excited and told me all about it. I guess sometimes they loaded the shells and there wasn't much room for a shot, and then they put it down the barrel. They got one up there in the museum just exactly like it. And they got a gun in there just exactly like the Buffalo Bill used. Well, I think it's nothing but 44-40. I used to have 44-40. I had the loading tools and everything. I've still got the loading tools.
Did those old rifle muzzle loaders shoot better than the breech loaders? Straighter, I mean.
Well, they shot good, them old Kentucky squirrel rifles. You know, I learned to shoot when I was just a kid. Grandpa Miller had a rifle. You know, in the time of the Civil War, these people went to well, it was kind of a, what did they call it? Plantation. They went there foraging, you know, and they didn't have nothing. And my gal, they just hunted around, they went out to an old house, and there was all kind of meat in there, and this rifle was in there. And of course they took it. And you know that the stalk and along the barrel, it was all set in hearts and diamonds. German silver hearts and diamonds. And the kid hunted with it, the Hail Columbia, that thing was about that much longer, and I was tall. And you know that didn't shoot a bullet much bigger than a pea. It had the bullet mold. And Granddad Miller always tried to buy that. There was a man by the name of Dudley had it, and he wouldn't sell it. But he died. And they sold the stuff, you know, and Granddad bought that rifle. And Uncle Daniel Miller down there to Mill Creek, he got the rifle when Granddad died. And it's down there right now, right over the door where you go in. Boy, I'd give anything if I had that old gun that I used to hunt with. And I golly, that didn't shoot a bullet a bit bigger, much in a pea. But boy, it sure shot right. Uncle Jim Miller used to come over. I was named after him. And he'd go hunting. We was down in the woods one day, and there was a chipmunk sitting on a log. He's heading right to it. And you know, Uncle Jim shot that, and all we could find was a little blood and hide. The rest was gone.
And that was with that gun?
Yeah. And I was down to Mill Creek once. Alfred Reed had 30-30. He shot a muskrat. The muskrat was headed towards him. And all there was that skin. The rest of the muskrat was gone. That was a good way to skin one. I'd do straight right overboard.
Did you used to trap a lot of muskrats?
Yeah, I did at times. Boy, that's a cold job. And good. I felt just freeze hand. That cold water. And me and John Turek was cutting wood over there on Lubchinsky. And that one lake, George Fiskus owned the most of it. No, it just full of muskrat houses. And he was living in Roan Prairie, but he was figured to trap these muskrats. And I wouldn't bother him because I know he liked to trap. I liked to trap them though. And I went one morning, and my gal, the crows just flew off of that ice there. I thought, well, when I come home tonight, I'm coming across the lake and see what this them hill all them crows. I went back, and Jiminy got that ice was just covered with muskrat carcasses. And I called George up that night. I said, George, there's somebody getting on your muskrats. He said, who is it? Well, I said, if I could see you, I could tell you who I'm sure it is. Well, he said, I don't know what to do, I'm sick. But he called old Walker, and old Walker said, you go out and get him, and you didn't even come out. But there was nobody but Glenn Butler was doing the trapping. And he stole a mink out of Oscar's traps. And your folks was over that day, and they went to Roan Prairie and Charlie Whitbrook. And Charlie said, yeah, he brought a mink hide in this morning. I bought it of him. And he stole it out of Oscar's trap.
You ever get caught in any of your own traps?
Huh?
You ever get caught, your fingers caught in your own traps?
No. But I got bit by a skunk. And found the hole under a tree, and I had the trap there. And Jan found he would only stick his doggone head out. I couldn't get him. And I went to grab him by the head and to pull him out, and boy, he grabbed me. But I caught a doggone wood scat in a trap. And I tell you, if that thing, I killed it. I think, why that thing's eyes is green when I come up there. It was mad. I bet it jumped right on her. Them old wood scats, I want to tell you, they're bad business.
What do you get in a fox trap?
No, just skunk trap.
Were skunk skins worth quite a bit then?
Yeah, they used to be. Good price. And there's always 2 or 3 dens on our place. Like, I ain't seen a skunk lease that I was telling you about, this old one or them 7 young ones. Yeah, that's the most I ever seen. I never seen over 3 or 4 young ones. But this skunk had 7.
Where did you see that?
Right there at home. You know, I was hoeing in the garden. Nobody was getting ready to come home, and I just had to, just a little ways to hoe. And a truck drove up in front, and the man and woman got out, but I couldn't tell who they was from there. But I could see something coming through the barn gate, and the only thing I could think of was an old duck with a little duck. And I dropped my hoe and went in to see, and my gal, it was this old skunk with 7 skunks. Herschel and Carrie, Holler, come along, and he didn't want to run over them. He stopped, and they was crossing the road. And you know, they come right in the barnyard there, and I was standing there by the windmill, and they come right through the gate, and right up to the windmill, and right up to there where the cistern is, and around the house. I don't know where the deal they went to with them little fellas. Yeah, that is nice. There's 7 of them by golly.
Why didn't you peck one of them, Uncle Jim?
Well, I probably could have. But nobody got kind of their shoes kind of. Well, see, them little fellas, they've got the scent just the same as the big one. Maybe it ain't so much of it, but it's just the same thing. Nobody had it all over her shoes.
She get it on her shoes.
One of the little ones, give it to her.
I think you tried to pick one up.
But golly, you know, I never could climb. I used to coon hunt some. I never cared so much about coon hunt. The guys I laid in the woods many nights, that old dog. I'd tree a coon if I was satisfied with it. When holler a tree, I'd just rake up some leaves and make me a bed. And I'd sleep. And I always had a long wang leather I'd fasten in his collar and wrap it around my hand. And one night, a coon, it was kind of getting daylight, and the coon come down and jumped off. And boy, he was watching. And he doggone near jerked my arm off. He caught the doggone coon and killed it. But one night I went out coon hunting. It was way down there toward the Brush Lake, and he treed a coon, and I was satisfied. It was a great big maple. I was satisfied. It had a hole in, and I said to him, I said, we don't get that. He's in a hole. He just trotted out a little ways to second growth of the maple and began to bark up it. And I thought, oh no, it's crazy. But way up in the very tip top, just as high as anything could be, I could see a bunch. I didn't know whether it was a squirrel. I couldn't tell. It was kind of dark, whether it was a squirrel nest or what. But I turned to load the shot up there, and boy, things moved. And I shot again, and he tumbled. And now that dog knows that the one went up that tree, and I went up this, and when I said, "Oh, he's gotten a hole, we can't get him," he just trotted out to the other tree and began to bark, and I thought he'd nuts. I didn't know where it was, but boy, he did all right. But sir, I tell you something that happened, and right there, out there to that brush lake, that's a scary place to be around there in the daytime. Just the way it is and everything. But sir, I went to coon hunting one night, and I got right, it just, well, there used to be a lake there, but the lake's dried up. But at the high bank all around, and on the one side there's a ridge, and there was a lake on both sides of it. The doggone, I can't see how that ridge ever got there. And I got over and I got pretty near to the woods, where it goes down the bank. The dog was behind me. He come and he went past me and down that ridge. And my God, he just come back there and just kind of looking over his shoulder. Something just scared the deal out of him. And he's just coming right for me. And boy, I got my old gun around him, for I didn't know what maybe was following him. And he come to me and he didn't want to stay in them woods, and we got out of there. Now I don't know what, for he wasn't afraid of a wolf or anything that way. But now there's something down there that scared Sam hell out of him. For he just come up, he went down there in that bank, and he just come up that hill, kind of looking back behind him, and he's coming to me. And by golly, I had a lantern, I dropped that lantern, I got my old gun down, and I had her cocked. I didn't know what, a bear, a panther, or what the Sam hell meant. But sir, I'll tell you, one time there was a wildcat or a lynx or something went through the country down there. That's when me and Lincoln Fisher he was staying at our house. Uncle Willie's woods blowed down that summer, and I took the job of cutting the log, and then the tops up in the wood, and Lincoln was helping me. And Russell and Steve was living down there in that little house of mine. And we went down there on Sunday night and played cards a while, and me and Lincoln went up across the place. I didn't hear nothing. Well, we was talking all the time. We got up home, and boy, was the excitement. And there was something crossed and went right through our truck patch. The girls went out to the back house, and my God, that thing was yelling down there. They just come out. Well, Lori was tired. They just about tore the house door off and getting in the house. Father went out and listened, and he said there was something down there in our truck patch. And you know, they began to tell me, and then I went out and listened. And they got down the road about where that, I think about where that ditch is, this side of Clear Lake, where the road goes through that kind of swamp on both sides. You know, I had an old hound, he didn't amount to much, but I got my gun and went down there. And the time we got down there, that thing was off here towards Southtown. It was just kind of following them swamps up through there. I don't know what it was. But it sounded just like a great big old tomcat, you know what a noise, but it was just like that kind of a noise, only bigger. And you know, 2 weeks from that night, John Fuller was at our house, and he went out to get his horse to go home. That's before they was married, and he heard that, and Goldie come upstairs and wake me up, and I got up and put my pants on and just stepped on my overshoes, and stepped out of the door, and there was something in that east field, east of the grove there. Kids were making the unfoundest noise you ever heard. Boy, I got my clothes on, my gun, and I slipped out there behind the barn and out through the grove, and I just picked to see what the deal ever was out there in that field. But in the meantime, while I was dressing, it got west. And it was hot out west, and Uncle Willie's dog would just tearing the bark, and it was hearing that noise. So then I took that old hound, and I went all up and down the road there at Stoner's Woods. Didn't hear it anymore. But by golly, that was some kind of an animal that went through, and then it was going back. Now it was just like a big old, just yowl like a big old tomcat, only bigger.
The dogs wouldn't track it?
No, he didn't want anything. And I tell you another thing, and I never told this very much. I was over to Hempstead's one Sunday night, and foot. I was coming home, and it did darker than Sam Hill. And before I got down there to Stoner's Woods, there wasn't that snow on the ground, and the ground was froze hard. I heard a doggone noise off here in the field to the left. When I first heard it, I thought it was my overcoat caught on briar bushes, something along the road. But you know that whatever that was, when I'd stop and stand and listen, there wouldn't be no noise. But just as soon as I'd start to walk, and I heard all kinds of noises that stalk me. But I never heard it like that. It just snorted till beat Sam Hill. And now it seemed like its feet must have been soft or something, or I'd heard it. Well, whatever that was followed me clear down to about halfway them Stoner Woods. And that fall, between the Philander Ackley place and Ralph Hunt, they put up a new woven wire fence. And just before we got down where that fence come, I stopped and listened. Nothing doing. And I started walking, and something just went into that fence. That fence just squeaked something awful. Now what this happened, but that whatever that was, followed me all along out in the field. There wasn't no snow. But what that deal that was, I don't know. But as long as I'd stand and listen, everything was quiet. Just as soon as I'd start to walk, all the doggone snorting on it. And by God, it wasn't any noise that any farm animal that I ever heard. And whatever it was just went into that fence just as hard as it could drive. For that fence just squeaked, but I never heard it anymore farther on.
It was on the other side of the fence from you, huh?
Huh?
Was it?
Yeah, it was over in the field. But whatever it was followed me all along there till it went into that fence.
He was stalking you, Uncle Jim.
Huh?
He was stalking you.
Well, it sure was keeping right along with me out there.
Weren't you scared?
Huh?
Were you scared?
Well, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't say that I naturally was kind of fur. And now I got something following you doing that doggone snort. I don't know what. But you know, right along there, Philander Ackley and Vine, people used to walk to church. You know, they'd walked up there to the old Baptist church, to school, to church, and when they was coming back, when they got there to Stoner's Woods, there was a couple of wolves. And I found them wolves would be out in the woods beside them, and then they'd be ahead of them, and then they'd be behind them. And Blind says, what makes them dogs act that way? Old Flanders said they're hunting. He's afraid to tell her that he knows there's wolves, but he's afraid to tell her there she'd scream and start running and tackling. And I got them wolves followed them all along Stoner's Woods there. And as soon as he got home, he got a gun and went back, but there's no wolves.
I went in the house and locked the door.
Maybe Brian did when she found out there's a wolf. And old John Fiskus told me, boy, one name old dude there, I guess it was Wild, he said one night the wolves were just howling around just to beat the band. And they had a great big bulldog, and boy, that bulldog, he wanted out. They was trying to keep him in there, but somebody either come in the door or went out, and that dog popped out, and that's the last they ever seen their dog alive. The next morning they went to hunt him in that swamp, it's back there partly on the Fiskus place, and there where Willie Fiskus lived. There they found their dead dog and a dead wolf, and then they found another wolf, but the dog had chewed out till he got a little ways from there, but died. But boy, them had been stirring times till I could live in them days. I was born 20 years too late.
Did that happen
But
before?
you know, Grandpa Miller used to own that big farm up there on Long Island. My mother was only 9 years old, and she cooked for a man, and you know, the only way there was to get up there at that time, there was a beaver dam. I don't know just where it was, but it was south of there, and they had to go way around, and the only way they could cross to get on Long Island was that beaver dam. And they always had oxen across there. But there was some man up about Crumbs Point and told Mother she'd go home and he'd give her a pair of pigeons. And it's a wonder they let her went, wild as it was, because they knowed there was a panther in the country, for it come to a neighbor there. He had 3 or 4 dogs, and he just practically skinned them dogs one night. And dogs tried to get in. He had to hold the door to keep them from getting in. And they'd hear it screaming around at night. And you know, Mother went up there and got them pigeons. She was coming back. And it was just a kind of a wagon road, just high weeds. And she just happened to look out there, and there laid that panther on a leaning tree. He's up there sunning himself. And boy, of course, she was scared, but she just dodged down in the weeds, you know, and run home and about scared to death. Told them, well, everybody just supposed the panther, but that's all there was to it in them days. My mother said at night, my goodness, the wolves just howl everywhere. And there was Indians lived up there then, and this Indian boy, they trying to send him to school, but he didn't go to school much. He'd run off. And he got kind of lost, and the wolves treated him. He was up there in a tree all night, and Indians went to hunt him the next morning, and found he didn't have no gun or no nothing, and there was a doggone old wolf sitting in the path, and he wouldn't get out for him. He had to ground him.
Did they find the Indian boy?
Yeah, he was all right, but he was treed up there all night. And I heard Father tell about the fellow that lived over there, across the little Kankakee, over there, that bridge, that house is there. We always used to have to go around there till they straightened across there. And you know, one night he just heard he thought it was a woman screaming and he was in trouble or something. My golly, he started down the road. His dog didn't want to go. He had to kind of coax his dog to get him to go. My golly, he went down the road and he saw some kind of a big animal sitting there, and that's as far as he wanted to go. And when he turned around, his dog cut. And everybody supposed it was panther. Oh. Well, you know, in the museum up there at South Bend, they got a big one stuck.
Yeah.
And it says right on that was the most dangerous animal there was in the early days. My God, it seemed like they got a long tail, or that one had.
Yeah, I've seen stuffed ones.
Yeah. Out there in Denver Museum, they claim to have well, I guess the best stuffed mountain lions. They are mountain lions, panther and cougar, and all. They're all the same thing.
Yeah, we saw that museum.
Yeah.
They really do good work in there. They've got all kind of stuffed animals. They got them in little glass things, maybe about as big as this room. They'd have a family of deer in one and a family of mountain lion, little cubs and the old ones.
Yeah.
Really look like they're still alive.
My golly, there in Denver, they sure had a lot of wool. Most wolves I ever seen, actually. And I was watching them there, and there was one big old wolf. Well, they had them in different cages, or pens. That old wolf would run up there and they'd whirl around, and I tell you, that wolf was heavy. When he'd whirl around there and jump, kind of, you know, he was heavy. But when I was in Seattle, they only had one wolf. Boy, I stood there and watched that wolf a long time. You know, I'd just like turned that wolf loose if I could have. You know that wolf would howl, just throw up his head and howl. Then you just like he's just listening, you know. And I really wouldn't hear nothing. He'd throw up his head and howl again. Boy, I felt sorry for it. I'd like to turn it loose.
And they just pace back and forth, they back and forth in their cages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, this one wasn't. Boy, he wanted a mate or something. Did you ever read that Kazin?
What?
That book, Kazin? I read it once in the paper, published 8 o'clock, it run in the paper, I don't know how long. But I read it last winter. It was up there at the, I went in there to the Round Prairie, and the woman said, here's a good book to read. And I had read that story, but I took it home and read it again. Boy, that's a good one. Kazin. It's it's an Eskimo dog. He's part wolf.
I think I
But he got away and had a wolf mate and lived for years. Boy, that's an interesting story. Boy, you started. You never read it. You really
Can't quit, huh?
wrote. I think Kerwood. He writes good stories.
Did you ever read Jack London's Call of the Wild, Uncle
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah.